Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. Coming up Monday Night Raw with the highlights, the Ring Reports coming up. It was a lot going on Monday Night Raw as we saw a lot of action. We saw Randy Orton and Riddle waiting to see who is going to challenge them next for the Raw Tag Team Champions. Were the New Day going to be successful in getting their WWE World Tag Team Championship? But the New Day had to go through a whole gauntlet to get to Tag Team Turmoil to get through to they wanted to be to the Tag Team Champs. We'll talk about that. Also, too, the Tag Team Champions also having problems with the WWE Champion Lashley and his business associate MVP. What an interesting proposal that Lashley made, and we'll tell you the latest on what the WWE Champion and Randy Orton have unfinished business coming up, and we'll talk about that. Also, too, a main event that was beyond ages. Charlotte Flair defending the Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. What's going on between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler? Is there dissension between these two former tag team champions? We'll get to the latest and a bunch of more. Adam Cole on Hot Topics. Adam Cole shows up on AEW Wrestling. He's all elite. Adam Cole making a debut, as well as Daniel Bryan. We'll get to the latest on all these stories, including CM Punk as well, making his AEW debut. All the latest coming up here on the Raw Ring Report, here on the Pro Wrestling Show, which starts right now. Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the Raw Ring Report coming up here. Like I said, this is Raw. We're doing the highlights and Ring Report from Monday Night Raw. What a Raw it was. It was so-so, but we do the coverage. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. As we get to the Monday Night Raw Ring Report. All right, Raw kicked off with Raw Tag Team Champions Rated RK Bro. As you see, Matt Riddle and his newfound friend, newfound tag team partner, Randy Orton, now holding the Raw Tag Team titles up top of the tag team division on Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton speaking to existence that he had a receipt for Lashley, and next thing you know, Riddle came out there and made some statements and stuff, which was making no sense at all. Then it made it more clear. Randy Orton heard the music of the WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley and MVP came out there, told him. Lashley said this and said he wants a piece of Randy Orton. He wants some more gold. He wants the tag team gold. Instead of him being the world champion, you're the number one man in the brand on the brand. You want more gold to add to your play and resume. So if Lashley win the tag team gold with MVP, that makes him a triple crown champion because he's WWE champion. He was Intercontinental champion, US champion. That WWE that tag team title will kind of solidify Lashley as a triple crown champion. I didn't think of it, but now think of it now. But it could be the possibility coming up. But Randy Orton Lashley issued the challenge to Randy Orton. Either or, they're going to have a championship match coming up real soon, and they'll have one at Extreme Rules. The WWE Championship will be on the line. Former champion Randy Orton takes on current champion Bobby Lashley. Well, we have to see. That's going to be an interesting match after Lashley did forget about what Randy Orton did to him this past week, knocking him out last week, leaving him out to dry. As you see right here, Randy Orton and them and Lashley outside the ring. They didn't like that loss, but it is what it is. But Tag Team Turmoil started. The New Day began. New Day wearing NWO colors, paying homage to Hall and Nash from the NWO. They took on the Viking Raiders, as you see right here. Eric taking Kofi Kingston down, well, Xavier Woods down with a move, a belly to belly toss. Kofi Kingston paying homage to Kevin Nash wearing some long sleeve tights, paying homage to the NWO Wolfpack. The New Day defeated the Viking Raiders, putting the former tag team champions off the shelf for right now. Also, too, Randy Orton Riddle was watching, but Jinder Mahal and his team couldn't get along. They lost, and they continue on tag team turmoil. You see the Raw tag team champions looking on to see who will await them the next challengers. The New Day will strongly be the heavy odds favorite. Then next thing you know, the former members of Retribution was in action, taking on New Day. You see, they was trying to get a hands-on. I forgot his name, but hey, they attacked and then chaos, dismay. But at the end, WWE officials Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce said tag team turmoil will take an intermission and it will take a break, but it will commence later on. Also, too, Shame, former WWE champions battle. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre one-on-one. Sheamus takes Drew McIntyre to the limit. As you see right, Drew trying to give Sheamus a own dose of his own medicine with the 10 bows. But at the end, Sheamus won. So Sheamus gets to meet Damian Priest for the United States Championship, a SummerSlam rematch between them two. Now Sheamus not the champion. Damian Priest now the champion. Sheamus now challenging Damian Priest. But who can forget that awesome triple threat match from last week when Damian Priest took on both men, Drew and Sheamus, and that amazing triple threat match right here. You see pictures right here from last week. This right here was simply amazing right here. When Drew went over the top, and then this was amazing too, doing a powerbomb to a suplex. Amazing athleticism to beyond the point. So we now know that Damian Priest must defend the United States Championship against Sheamus in the match. So we'll see on that. Also, too, women's tag team action as Natalya. Right here, Natalya and Natalya, the women's tag team champion, Natalya and Tamina take on Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley in a number-1 contenders match, but they had to prove themselves. This was a good match, to be honest. Like, they have Rhea and Nikki Ash have good chemistry, and they took the women's tag team champions and pushed them to the limit. But at the end, Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash won. Probably down the road, we'll probably see a future women's tag team title match whenever that might be possible. We'll see it down the road. Also, too, was John Morrison takes on Karrion Kross. You know, John Morrison has been on his hands on the Miz, but the Miz now will tell you what the Miz is going to be doing coming in sometime in the coming days. Many people might know what Miz might be rumored to doing, but we'll let you know once it officially happens. But John Morrison taking on Karrion Kross putting John Morrison to sleep in the way he did and left him laying. So Karrion Kross doing the damage, doing the deed that he felt like he needed to do in order to solidify himself that he's tired of people trying to judge him. He's going to hurt people from now on going forward. So we know what's that going to be. Also, too, the Raw Women's Championship is on the line. As you see right here, Charlotte Flair takes on Nia Jax. After that strong, impressive showing as the last week, people thought this was a shoot fight right here. And Nia Jax won, defeating Charlotte Flair the way she did and the way she pulverized her and stuff. So now the two women bound to compete this week on Raw for the Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler before the match even got started, Shayna Baszler made a quick diss at her tag team partner, saying that if Nia doesn't win, she'll choke. And it's leaving dissension between the two women. I don't know what's going on between the two. But Nia Jax tried to continue her dominant ways until Shayna Baszler costed Nia the match. Even Charlotte doing the natural selection, doing the 1, 2, 3, and got the win. Also, when Charlotte won, Charlotte got tempted to a challenge by Alexa Bliss, who appeared on the screen. Alexa Bliss said, "Hey, we're bringing the fun to you." And Charlotte got the fun to her. And Charlotte asked Alexa, "What do you want? Why do you keep taunting me?" And Alexa told Charlotte that she wants the women's championship, and it's going to happen as Scream Rules as well. Charlotte Flair, the Queen, takes on the twisted, wicked Bliss. I don't know what the hell to call it. Alexa Bliss is twisted and wicked Miss Fiend. So we're getting now that the Raw Women's Championship will be on the line. Charlotte Flair meets Alexa Bliss 1-on-1 for the Raw Women's title. So we'll get to that. Also, too, Reginald defended the 24/7 championship against Takira Kazara. Whether Reginald, I can say one thing about Reginald. He is a phenomenal gymnast, acrobatic. He does acrobatics better than anybody who knows. And then he was in Circus Soleil, but Reginald is phenomenal doing stuff that gets him out of predicaments if you look at it. But Reginald was in action. Reginald defeated Kira Tazara, but the 24/7 chase continued with Reginald at the all. Reginald did this and did a Suntuan that Jeff Hardy would be proud of. Jeff Hardy was in the midst of it. And Jeff Hardy now chasing the 24/7 championship. Man, yeah, they deserve better. But it is what it is. Raw continues with tag team turmoil. You see all these men. You see the Viking Raiders got eliminated. Lucha House Party got eliminated. Jinder Mahal and his project got eliminated. The Retribution got eliminated, but the New Day continue on with the gauntlet for tag team turmoil. We know tag team turmoil is a gauntlet match to get through all the challenges. Even Bobby Lashley and MVP even put themselves in the tag team turmoil to get their hands on Riddle and Randy Orton. But it continued with as you see, the New Day took on AJ Styles and Ali and Mansoor. Defeated Ali and Mansoor. Then the New Day went towards AJ Styles and Omos. That was the big challenge of itself. AJ Styles and the New Day lost to AJ Styles and Omos. Then it led to Bobby Lashley entering the gauntlet last. Lashley pinned the former champion AJ Styles with MVP. Now Lashley and MVP get a tag team championship match. You see, almost making some payback to the WWE champion Lashley, dropping Lashley down to the floor. Lashley now, as you see right here, Randy Orton paying his receipt, giving him the RKO and delivering the RKO, and Randy Orton is sending the crowd home happy. Now we know that Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley will fight each other at Extreme Rules for the WWE title. But Randy Orton must defend, him and Riddle must defend the Raw Tag Team titles against the team of Lashley and MVP. Lashley and MVP will challenge for the Raw Tag Team Championship against the team of Randy Orton and Riddle. Now, Lashley said he wants more gold, and he's going to be banking on his promise next week. And this leading towards Extreme Rules, heading for Randy Orton to get the gold out for Randy Orton. It's going to be a phenomenal match. I'm telling you. All right. That is the Monday Night Raw Ring Report right here. Well, let's move forward. Let's move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics this week, what a show all out was from top to bottom. All Out delivered, exceeded expectations. Now we know that Adam Cole, baby, yes, Adam Cole is no longer with WWE or NXT. Adam Cole is all elite indeed. Adam Cole made the jump. Now he knows his worth, he knows his performance. He knew WWE they said the one thing that broke it for him was that he didn't want his Twitch to be gone, and that what happened. His Twitch didn't be gone. Adam Cole did it. He did the thing. Now Adam Cole part of the Elite with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and company. So Adam Cole going forward is going to be a heel, but that wasn't the only surprise shocker. The only shocker was Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson. I'm still gonna call him Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan made his AEW debut, and Daniel Bryan brought the fire on. The fans went erupt. The yes chant. I mean, WWE, what is they doing? Because you got two top stars that fought each other in WWE. Now, if you remember when WWE, some of the stars had their started show and some of them didn't make it, they called the NXT crowd. And Daniel Bryan went against Adam Cole in an impromptu match. Could we see this in AEW? The possibilities are endless. But this is big for AEW. AEW is now serious competition when you got CM Punk, you got Daniel Bryan, you got Adam Cole, you got Andrade, you got Kenny Omega, got Cody, you got Big Show, you got Dean Ambrose, you got Chris Jericho. I mean, come on now. You cannot deny WWE, cannot deny that AEW is a serious threat, a serious competition down the road. And I don't know why they keep trying to ignore that, but they had to see for themselves in order to get with the program. But they had to see for themselves. When you got TV clearances from TNT, got Screaming Surge from Bleacher Report. I'm surprised they ain't got one with HBO Max since that's part of the same family. But hey, to each his own. But Adam Cole is now all elite, as well as Daniel Bryan is all elite as well. Congratulations to both men. Also, congratulations to CM Punk. CM Punk made his AEW debut this a couple weeks ago, but he made his AEW wrestling debut taking on Darby Allin in a good match. CM Punk won the match. Now he is next. What's next for CM Punk? Only time will tell. But this is a great start for AEW for the past 6 months. Getting stars, Aleister Black as well. A lot of stars coming from WWE, making their impact and making their imprint on AEW. So congratulations to them. Also, coming up tonight, well, we know hip hop rapper Lil Nas X. He continues to blur the lines. I'll catch an all new viral tonight. Lil Nas X responds to the pregnancy follow backlash. Look for that tonight on Viral. Also, too, Viral has been renewed for a 5th season. So Viral will be back. This is the season finale tonight with Lil Nas X. So no more Virals after January. So look for that coming up. So for me being Kendrick Dix saying, thank you all for watching the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, saying so long. See you for tonight for NXT. We'll see you tomorrow morning for NXT. Yeah. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.